Today, we are going to talk about one of the most critical topics for America's future. We are talking about boundaries. In a nation grappling with division, with stress, burnout, could healthy boundaries be the answer? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of why this issue is more important than ever. There is power in boundaries. Let's look at a historical perspective. Rome's fall. The Roman Empire is a classic example. When it thrived, it had clear territorial, political, and social boundaries. But as those boundaries were eroded due to international conflict, corruption, and unchecked immigration, the empire collapsed. Ancient China. The Great Wall was not just a physical boundary. It symbolized unity, protection, and cultural preservation. When boundaries were neglected, foreign invasions and international strife led to significant periods of instability. Let's talk about America's boundaries today. Compare these historical lessons to modern America's challenges: unchecked economic inequality, political infighting, and a fractured social contract. The psychology of boundaries. This is why it matters. Personal boundaries, psychological boundaries, they're essential for mental health. People with healthy boundaries know where they stand, what they need, and how to protect their well-being. But when these boundaries blur, anxiety, stress, and conflict will emerge. Social boundaries. Society works best when they're respectful for individual rights, personal space, and shared values. The current climate of division, polarization, and cancel culture stems from boundary valuation. Boundary violations exist today. People feeling overstepped or neglected. National boundaries. Healthy nations maintain clear national identities, values, and laws that align with their founding principles. America's ongoing struggles with immigration, trade, and cultural clashes mirror what is called a boundary crisis. America's current crisis, a boundary breakdown. Okay, let's talk about the economic boundaries. The wealth gap. It continues to widen. Inflation doesn't help this, as billionaires control more resources and the middle class shrink. A lack of clear economic boundaries like living wages or affordable health care is leaving many Americans on the edge. Political boundaries. Politics used to be about policy. Now it's about personal attacks. The breakdown of political boundaries has turned governing into a battleground, not a space for productive debate. Cultural boundaries. We used to respect different viewpoints, but cultural boundaries are eroding. Tolerance is being replaced with tribalism, with different groups attacking one another rather than finding common ground. So let's talk about solutions, how rebuilding boundaries can actually save America. Well, there's personal action. Healthy boundaries start with individuals. You can take steps to set clear limits on your life, whether it's how much time you're going to give to work or how you engage with others in polarized conversations. You can take community actions. Communities thrive when they have shared goals and mutual respect. Local organizations, churches, and schools can rebuild those connections by setting expectations around civility, engagement, and mutual support. National action. America needs political and social leaders who recognize the importance of boundaries. By restoring respect for the Constitution, the rule of law, and national identity, we can prevent further division and chaos. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about creating safe spaces for people to thrive. America has thrived when it respects its boundaries. both internally and externally. We can learn from history and set personal, social, and national boundaries that actually promote peace, unity, and growth. If we do this, America could not only survive but thrive. Remember, guys, this is Brighten-Up-Sunshine. The sun always rises. And if you found this video thought-provoking, hit the subscribe button, and thank you for your support. I'll see you in the next video, which should already be popping up.